Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Falcon. So recently I did a live stream covering the Falcon. I had I think 2 or 3 skill sets, pilot skills, which I put on that Falcon, and it was actually so incredibly effective that I decided to even strip things like the modules, and then I was looking at like cheaper weapons to see if it would still perform. And surprisingly, it did really well. And, so much so that I've actually started to level up my pilot on my own Falcon, on my own account on iOS. I do have an MK2 Falcon, but, I just saw the damage resistance and I thought, man, this thing's it's a beast. So why not do that? It's actually cheap too. So one of the things that I wanted to show you too, why I think many players out there might be interested in the Falcon, is because if you go to Workshop, if you go here, you can actually see that you can get 80 components for 200,000 silver. Now, if you compare it to some of the other bots out there, I mean, these are all, so you get 290, but remember, you're only getting 60 components here for that. So great value, I think, in the Falcon. And the other thing too, one of the skill sets that I'm going to show you for the Falcon basically puts it in this mode permanently. So basically, you can't go into Fangs Out mode. You just stay in this mode forever until you die. And the thing is, this Falcon has 66% damage resistance, which is already insane. So you can see here, decreases all incoming damage by 66%. Now, what I've actually done here was, actually wait, before I do that, because I do have a pilot here, I'm going to go to change. And I wanted to test something out. I noticed that, for example, this middle pilot here, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, but that is level 24, 2,140 gold. I'm just going to run a test here. I have not checked it out, but let's just see if I purchase this. What do I get for it? So, okay, so you know what? I can train 3 different skills here, but you got to keep in mind too that what you are going to be doing is you are going to be choosing the skills specifically. So, I just wanted to see how much gold it would cost. So to do that, it's going to be an additional, I would say 1,000 each, because you have to pay, right? So for example, let's just say I were to pick the one that I wanted to pick. And it is called Traditionalist. So it's this one over here. Durability increases, but its active ability becomes unavailable. So the max is 50%. So if you had to choose this, that's going to be 1,000 gold. And what you can do here is train this as well. So we're looking at, what is it, 2,000, about 5,000 gold here if you were to take the route of having all 3. But you could even do the 2, and I think you would still do pretty decent. So, I mean, you could obviously knock off a couple thousand gold from that as well. But what I'm going to do is, let me just go here. And I'm going to select the one that I had. So I think it's this one over here. And let's do this. So this one is Falcon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I have Traditionalist. So here we go. Increases, but its active ability becomes unavailable. So with this here, you won't be able to use your Fangs Out mode. And then I have the Adamant Guardian. This one here, so if the enemy, controls 3 or more beacons, my Falcon gets increased damage resistance on top of the 66%. And the crazy part about the third one here, after capturing a beacon, increased damage resistance for 30 seconds. So this thing is going to be, the ultimate tank. But here's the crazy part that I really wanted to highlight in this video. Being that you're going to be in this mode all the time, you actually don't even need these weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unequip this just to show you how crazy this is. Because now you've actually, cut off a couple thousand and, a couple thousand gold and also, silver as well. Because you don't have to upgrade 3 weapons. You only have to work with 1. And it doesn't even have to be a glory. I mean, I could throw on a thunder, because that's what I tested on my live stream, and I'll put a link to that in the video description in case you want to see the whole live stream. But pretty crazy like what I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run one game where I use this setup and these 3 skills here. So you can see here I have those skills, and I'm going to run one game with the heavy armor and the last stand on this Falcon, and only one weapon. I deliberately removed these weapons because I can't use it anyways, and I have the advanced repair unit equipped on this thing. So what I'm going to do, run one game where I run with this setup. The second game, what I will do is I will remove both of these modules. Each one actually costs 5,000 gold and 200 million silver to upgrade. So that's 10,000 gold and 400 million worth of silver here. I'm going to remove that from this build, and I will even change this to the basic repair unit, just so that you guys can see how crazy the Falcon is. And I really wanted to show you or at least do a condensed version of this build, or at least the Falcon, because I know there's many players out there who are struggling with things like silver and gold, and I think this might be a really good option to take a look at. So anyways, before I get going, let me just show the rest of my hangar. So we have the Raven here with the anti-control, and we have the Last Stand, the Tehran and Shredders, and we have a Wayland here with 3 heavy armor and the Exodus. So I think what I did was I removed all the Last Stand from the other bots. Yeah, I think that's what I did. So we have the heavy armor here, we have a complete shotgun tier, and then a build here which a clanmate of mine said it's actually pretty good. I'm going to test it out. The Calamity, the Shredder, and 3 heavy armor with the Quantum Radar. So you can see here we don't have any Last Stand except for this Falcon, and then I'm going to remove all of that in the second game just to do a comparison, and then you guys can actually let me know what you think in the comment section. So what we're going to do now is run game number 1. Okay, so game 1 we have dropped into Rome map, and this is Beacon Rush once again. And I'm just looking to see what these guys are doing back there. That guy has a Raven. You know what? I better do a double jump here before. And let's see if I can try to lock him. This guy here too. Come on, lock, lock, lock. Main thing is get this beacon before they do. Once we have this beacon, it allows us to at least drop in here. So I'm not too concerned about this guy. Just do a corner shooting shot there. What does this guy have here? Is that Battleborn? I think that might be Battleborn or something that the guy has in front of me. Let's just lock. There we go. I only had one shredder, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop in with that Falcon so that you guys can see just how crazy this thing is. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into center. I'm going to take that beacon from them, and then I'm going to march all the way across and see if I can take that other beacon on top of that. So let's see if we can do that. Let's take this guy now. His Last Stand has kicked in, low level 1. But if we get into the center, they can't spawn here, so that's the main thing. And this Ares, he shouldn't get that close, man. I wouldn't do that. Your shield's gonna drop, and when it drops, this is what's gonna happen. So there goes the Ares. Let's take out this. Is this a Mender? I think it's a Mender. His Last Stand has kicked in, but that's not enough for this Falcon because it needs more silver. So we're gonna take out this Blitz now. Let's take this Blitz out. We're gonna heal up, and let's go for this guy because, well, the other guys weren't enough, and we're gonna see if we can take out that, or at least take that beacon. This guy's hitting me here. His shield's gonna drop. When it drops, bad stuff's gonna happen, dude. There's godlike. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we're getting really low here on health. We gotta heal up. Can I go this way? I don't know if I want to go this side. But the thing is, you know what? We're gonna get this beacon here because we have a lot of guys here. We have an Ares there. Someone might. Where's this guy? Come here. Oh. This guy. His Last Stand has kicked in. Another guy dropped in here. Let's just heal up because, well, we don't really have that much health left. Let's just try to get this guy a couple of shots here before I go down. But yeah, I finally go down. That is just insane. This guy's going to use his shield, but you know what? I'm going to stay in this circle here. This way he can't get it. And I'm going to fire now. There we go. And I think this game was a perfect example of just how powerful that Falcon is. Keep in mind, my pilot skills aren't all the way to, what is it, level 70? Yeah, so that's that. And the other thing too, I don't have 3 weapons on it. So there's also that. And what I'm going to do is, in the next game, I'm going to actually remove the modules and kind of replace the advanced repair unit with just the regular one. Let me just do this, because this guy's probably going to... Yep, I think he's going to kill me. Let me just use this heal. Man, that heal's crazy. This guy's going to land right in front of me. Oh, hello. I don't know if that was a good idea, but okay. Let's just move this way towards their beacon. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. They came for backup. Let's see what we can do to this guy. I'm trying to see if I can heal just a little bit more. Can I get enough? I think I'm going to go down here because there's another guy hitting me from the side. But still, that was just crazy. Let's do the Hades. And this build here, a clanmate recommended it. I've actually run it for a few games now. It's not that bad. I kind of like it actually. So thank you, Matt. Matt knows who he is, for recommending this build. And that's going to be game. Okay, so let's take a look at the scores here. I took out a lot of guys there at center with that Falcon. And the crazy part, like I said, is only one weapon. And you can see a 1.9 million damage. And let's take a look to see what this guy's running here. So, oh, he's got 2 Menders MK2. Actually, the Mender I heard is not that bad in terms of, you know, just healing up with some of the pilot skills. So I haven't actually looked at it yet, but good to know that. And let's just go back here. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so with this Falcon, you guys saw how crazy deadly that was. I'm going to remove this that heavy armor kit as well as the last stand. So I've just removed basically 10,000 gold worth of modules and 400 million worth of silver in terms of upgrading that. I'm now going to go to this here, move to repair unit, and you know what, let's do what I did you know, in the live stream. Let's move, take this off and go even cheaper now with the Thunder. So I'm going to see how this does, so you guys can see a comparison in terms of you know, this build. Now I don't recommend using the Thunder. I think the Glory is a lot better because of the lockdown properties of it, and I think overall it just performs a lot better than the Thunder. But I'm sure you guys are kind of curious to see, you know, how it does with the Thunder. If you want to see the other builds, actually make sure you check out the live stream where I actually showed you guys you know, live gameplay where you can see me run with like Ember, the Redeemer, the Avenger, all that. Okay, so the next game we are going to be running with the Thunder here. We got the same skills here as well, and I think I calculated that to be about 5,000 gold, maybe a little bit less if you want to go only 2 of these skills. And let's see how well we do actually in game number 2. Okay, so game 2 we have dropped into Dead City map. This is actually the perfect map for this build, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how well we do here. And just remember, we do not have any modules now on this Falcon, and instead of the Glory we have the Thunder weapon, which is obviously a lot cheaper, but also it doesn't do as much damage. So this way you guys can see just how tanky you know, the Falcon is. And these guys have 3 beacons, so if you look on the left side, you know that resistance has now triggered. And I'm going to go straight for this guy here. Let's see if we can get this beacon. We have a Pursuer. You know what I might do is just fire, get him to use his stealth. And let's just wait here. He's going to keep on charging me, and then he's going to back up when he realizes he doesn't have any yep, let's just heal up a bit here. We're going to take this guy out. We got someone trying to flame me here, but he's going to drop sooner or later. Where is he? just hang around here. This guy's gonna have to stay here if he wants to hold this beacon. I think I can get him. His last stand has kicked in. Speaking of which, he has last stand and I don't. So he's hitting me now. I'm going to heal up here just to help. And holy crap, now everyone's coming. Holy jeez, now I really got to back up here. This is getting a little bit dicey. 4 guys, run! Oh man, come on. We still have that resistance though. That's really helping me out because these guys, oh jeez, every corner I turn. I'm gonna try to heal up and run for cover here. So many guys are hitting me and I'm still alive. Wow. What does this guy have? Gee. Ooh. That guy got hit really bad. There's an Al Jung or something to my right here. Let's take him out. He was the guy that I think was shooting me. Let's just heal up again. So we're gonna be healing up a lot here because we don't have any modules or anything. So we do have to be careful. We've got Rampage now. Let's move this way. That guy with the flux is still hammering me with it. Oh, look at this. Let's see if we can get this guy. Come on, I gotta heal here. I gotta heal because I need to get across. I'm going to oh jeez. Let me just wait until my thunders have loaded a little bit more so I can attack here. And let's see if we can try to get this guy again. Actually, wait, what does this guy have? This guy's still alive. Come on, man. I'm actually scared because I'm not sure what this other guy has here, but let's just go for it anyways. Let's go for this guy first because he is just closer. Heal up. We got that guy, and let's go for this Fury here. Take this beacon if we can. You know, we are hitting him. Oh jeez, an invader. Okay, I'm probably gonna go down now. There's 2 invaders. Wow, man. Okay, so 2 invaders. Yeah, finally they did take me down, but one thing I want to point out is just how long I survived in that Falcon, you know, with that thunder. That was actually pretty crazy. And to think that I didn't even have any last stand, no modules whatsoever. In fact, after this game, I'm going to go back just to show you. And what are these guys doing here? Try to lock this guy. Maybe this one here too. I don't really care too much about this bot here. As long as I get that damage in on these guys. I do have that last stand has kicked in. If I can lock this guy, that would be good. Just to get some additional damage in because I'm going to have to get out of this. There is a player jumping to this side. I'm going to use the tier only because we've got the gust and the storm on here. And that's going to totally shred this invader up. And let's move this way. Actually, wait. Does my teammate need help? Can't tell how far this guy is. Let's just go to this one here. Actually, I just realized there's 3 of us and there's... Maybe I shouldn't play so casual. four of us and there's 6 of them. 5 of us now. We got to take this guy out though. Let's do that. Yeah, they have a guy going... You know what? I'm going to push their home beacon here. Try to spread out a bit so that we aren't all focused in one area. Because that way it's really easy for them to count in. What does this guy have? Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not what I wanted to see. This guy has an invader. Let's just heal here. My goal is to take this guy out. More so than the Ares. We're doing a decent amount of damage, but I think I'm going to go down here. The good news for me is that they have that player with the flux there. He's going to really help me out. I know it's a really weird thing to say, but he's going to help me out because their team actually needs to be a little bit more aggressive to bot us out. But since he's hanging back, it's actually going to allow my team to bot them out, and then he's going to be the last one left. So let's move this way. This guy's in center here, but we've got, yeah, they're starting to bot out. You can see what's happening. And soon they're going to drop like flies. So they have 4 now. This guy's going to probably try to heal both of us up here. So let me just wait. We're just waiting for the heal. I'm just staying close here because I don't have the heal. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate to protect the Mender especially. And this other guy if I can. Let's take this guy out. This guy is now in cooldown, so we know we can take him out. Let's do that. Ooh, that other guy is running beacons on us. I see what they're doing. I used my quantum radar there because I wasn't sure what this guy was in, but he's in an invader. So he's definitely going to go down. Let's just protect this guy here with my shield. And guess who is left alone? It's that last guy with the flux. So yeah, this game's pretty much over here because this guy, he's just going to sit back there. He basically gave us the win. But I really wanted to show this particular game here. Only because I wanted you guys to see just how tough that Falcon is. And this guy's definitely going to go down now. He's probably going to ditch all his bots. And then he's going to drop into his brawlers. It happens so often. Let's see what happens here. Yep. Let's move back. He's going to bring out all his brawlers now. That's funny. So let's just move back. Should be... He actually took me out. That's kind of funny. So let's drop in here with the Wayland. Oh, that looks like game. Yeah, that's game. So let's take a look to see, you know, how we did here. Because that Falcon of mine was just crazy. So 2.8 million damage. And probably a lot of it was actually also healing. Because, you know, I was using my heal. This is the guy that was sitting back in the Falcon. Not the Falcon, the Fury Flux rather. And you can see what they were doing here. So they have MK2 stuff. But, you know, just sitting back like that with their team suffering heavy losses. Not something that I would recommend for players. And you know what? Something that I have to mention as well. Because sometimes players, they don't get this part. For a player to score this much, and when you lose, you actually lose on the silver bonus. Which, you know, why I always tell players to kind of push for beacons. This way, if you win and you score a lot, you actually get a silver bonus. So a lot of players get starved of silver because they hang back like that. Just something that I wanted to mention there. And anyways, I'm going to go back to my other hangar here so that you guys can actually see the Falcon I was running. Because I'm not going to change anything. And you can see here. So we only have this pilot here with the traditionalist. This one here, this is huge. I think as a Falcon player, always try to aim for this, even if it means saving up your gold and getting, you know, that skill set. It is so worth it. And you know, there's this one here and this one here. If you could only choose 2, I would actually go for this one here and the enemy team controls and this one here. So I think these top 2 would be the first 2 that I would get for your Falcon if you decide to you know, run the pilot on it, the pilot skills. And I think, you know, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of this build. Have you been running the Falcon? If so, you know, are you running the pilot on it? And what weapons are you running on your Falcon? And that's pretty much it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.